Welcome to the Library Love Fest podcast. I'm Virginia Stanley.
I'm Lainey Mays.
And Essie Ramirez.
We are the library marketing team at HarperCollins Publishers.
Join us every week as we present buzzworthy books through author interviews, conversations with editors, and expert opinions from librarians like you.
Enjoy the show.
Book Buzz, HarperCollins Book Buzz. Check it out. Do-do-do, Book Buzz, HarperCollins Book Buzz. Brought to you by Library Love Fest.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Library Love Fest podcast. This is Lainey.
I'm Virginia.
And I'm Essie.
We are back for another episode. And, we've been periodically doing these podcasts where we talk about a few titles, either an audiobook or things we're loving. And we decided that we had a lot of movie tie-ins coming. And I always know when I'm at the movie theater and I see that it's based on a book, I want to know more about the book and if I can get a tie-in edition. So we thought we'd give you a roundup. We have 5 books to talk about / movies to talk about today. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me.
Wonderful.
Fine. All right. So starting with one that's already out. The book's already out.
Are we talking about The House of Gucci?
We are indeed.
Oh my God. So wild, so weird. So this was based on a book that we published in 2000 and on an event that took place in 1995. And now the House of Gucci movie tie-in is available, and the movie will be coming out in November. So what's it about? It's about Maurizio Gucci, who is the heir to the fashion dynasty, and he was gunned down as he was approaching his office in Milan. This happened in 1995. 3 years later, his ex-wife, Patrizia Reggiani Martinelli, nicknamed the Black Widow by the press, she was sentenced to 29 years for arranging his murder. So the book is really about, all of the inside stuff and into this family and the, intrigue and mystery. Did you do it? Didn't you do it? And just glamour and intrigue and the rise and the near fall of this fashion dynasty. So that's the book based on this terrible thing that happened. And the book, got great reviews and got one of those best book of the year. And the Wall Street Journal loved it. Glamour loved it. It really got some great reviews because it's so juicy. I mean, it's a horrible thing that happened, but it's super juicy. And now we have this new edition that has this 4,000 word afterword by the author that brings the story up to date. I can't believe this. We published this in 2000, and here we're in 2021. The cooler thing is that the movie stars Lady Gaga, Adam Driver, Al Pacino, and Jeremy Irons, and Ridley Scott directed it. And it comes out on November 24th, so right before Thanksgiving. That's going to be super juicy. House of Gucci, super juicy.
Yeah, and the book came out last week.
Yeah, the book came out went on sale on Tuesday, the 26th. Yeah, so that's the movie tie-in edition that went on sale. So it's a cool jacket too. It's got that Gucci, iconic look that their emblematic look, and then there's bullet holes through it.
Intriguing.
Very, yeah. So anyway, that's that. House of Gucci, a true story of murder, madness, glamour, and greed. The author is Sara Gay Forden, and she covered the Italian fashion industry from Milan for over 15 years. So anyway, a lot of cred on this book. A lot of great reviews. And it's gonna Lady Gaga. Hello, over.
Wow.
Can't wait.
Yeah, and you can go watch the trailer. We'll link to it in our show notes. So get ready. It's got a really great quote in there. I won't give it away, but Lady Gaga does a great job. Next is The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. I love Sally Thorne. Anytime I see that she has a new book, this is her debut, but she has two more after this. And anytime I see Sally Thorne's books, she just knocks it out of the park. It's such a fun read, but there's so much underneath. She really has layered characters in it, but she does the rom-com so well. It's one of my favorite rom-com authors. So in The Hating Game, if you're familiar, it kind of took the world by storm. It was so popular, and it's between Lucy and Josh, and it's a workplace romance, enemies to lovers. That's a fun trope. And it's just a really great read, and it's about to be a movie with Lucy Hale and Austin Stowell. We don't have an exact date for it, but it's coming soon. And the book itself, with the tie-in art to be revealed, will be in March. So you can kind of get a taste for it, and you'll see that trailer soon. It's going to be a super fun one, and Lucy Hale is going to be great. It's also really big on TikTok, so you might have seen The Hating Game trending there. It has like 17.3 million views, so you're sure to hear a lot about this book if you haven't already. And then also, if you're getting ready for it and you want to make sure your displays are looking great for maybe a movie tie-in edition, that's great. But also, her other two books are really wonderful, 99% Mine and Second First Impressions. You can get all three of her books right now and get ready for the movie. I know I, for one, am very excited for that trailer to come out.
That is going to be super cool. You are such a fan.
I am.
Yeah, that's fun. Super fun.
And she did Sally Thorne did a really great Instagram takeover for us. If you're interested, we'll link to that too. And she has like a crazy collection of just like knickknacks. She also has like an old haunted house that she's redoing. That's a dollhouse. She's a cool person. So check it out. And next, I think we're going to hear about an exciting book. Essie, do you want to tell them about it?
Death on the Nile. All right. Well, this is a movie that's coming out based on Agatha Christie's Death on the Nile. So this is the mystery queen coming to the screen again after the murder on the Orient Express. And if you don't know what the book is about, it's about the murder of a young woman who gets murdered on a cruise on the Nile, of course. And she has everything. She's beautiful and she's young, and she's just the prime target for love and jealousy and ultimately betrayal. And it's just the trailer. If anyone hasn't seen it yet, you should absolutely see it. It is starring Kenneth Branagh. So is Gal Gadot. So that's Hamlet and Wonder Woman. So that's enough reason to go and see that movie already. But it's just, the trailer itself is really just thrilling. It shows all the luxury that's in the book and just all the beauty that's in the book. It's just perfectly put on screen. This is just from the trailer itself. The movie comes out February 11th, 2022, and the paperback comes out January 25th, 2022. So, and I don't know about anybody else, but I need to read the book before the movie comes out, because I made that mistake with Gone Girl and I didn't read it. And then the twist happened and I dropped my popcorn and it was not a good time. Not a good time. So definitely want to read it before it comes out.
Yeah. And you can also, so the tie-in art you said comes out January 25th, but the original Agatha Christie is available now. So if you can't wait, they can get that. The next one is very different and very creepy. It is a perfect trailer to watch in the spooky season, because I just watched it and got chills. It is Black Phone by Joe Hill. This is a short story that was included, originally published in the collection 20th Century Ghost. And so they took that story and made it into this film. It was one of 15 in that story collection. So you can read 20th Century Ghost now, but you can wait for the Black Phone story on 12/28. So pretty soon. This movie itself comes out February 4th, and the trailer is out. There is a great movie website that you should go check out that has a really creepy phone that dials, and then you can sign up for updates and watch the trailer. And from that trailer, you will see a young boy who is in the middle of a group of disappearances from his hometown. And all of a sudden now he is missing as well. And you see him being kept and getting some mysterious phone calls from a phone on the wall that never works except for when the ghosts call him. Oof, it was creepy. You have to see it. And it looks fantastic if you're into scary movies or, psychological thriller. If you're not, read the short story, see how things end up, and maybe take a look at the trailer, gauge what you can do. But that comes out in February. And like I said, you can read 20th Century Ghost at any time, but the book comes out with the tie-in art on 12/28. Very creepy tie-in art as well.
Yeah, that creeped you out.
Yeah, I had a moment of chill, but
That's funny.
I do want to see it. And that is a theatrical release. So just letting you
So that's
know.
going to be in the movies, y'all.
Yes, films premiering. Yep. So,
I have to say, when you get creeped out by something, you've got my attention because you're a weathered fan of scary stuff, and so when you say that that's creepy, I'm like, okay, wait, what is this? Tell me everything.
yeah.
Done well.
I
Done well.
think
for scaring
adding a good. Paranormal stuff. It freaks me out a little. So to add the ghost aspect, I'm a little freaked out. But yeah. So last but not least, one that you will surely have heard of, the Breacherton series. It is on Netflix. It was a Shondaland show, and it's been picked up for the second season. They released a small little teaser trailer that you can go watch. We'll link to it. And it's going to be Anthony's story within the larger series of all the Bridgerton sisters and brothers. That is, they all have, Virginia, don't they all have the same first, like A through G, the letter of their first name is?
Yeah, the first letter of their, yeah.
Yeah. So each brother and sister are represented in one of the books, and the book list that you can find now, you can read. But so they're releasing with new tie-in art, but this is the series list if you're interested. So The Duke and I is the first in the Bridgerton series. That was the first season of the show with Daphne, her story. Then we have The Viscount Who Loved Me, An Offer from a Gentleman, Romancing Mr. Bridgerton, To Sir Philip with Love, When He Was Wicked, It's in His Kiss, and On the Way to the Wedding. So as the seasons come out, they'll re-release each book. So we're going to have The Viscount Who Loved Me. That book will be coming in spring and March. We don't have an exact date for season 2, but it's coming in the spring. And you can read all about Anthony before you watch the series. And of course, I saw like on TikTok when the first season came out, which was so great.
Mm-hmm.
But all of these people were just diving in, and they had read all of the books, and it was just a great resurgence for a great historical romance series. I really enjoyed
It's so good.
Yeah.
And Essie, you better read all the books before you watch these, because there's some drop dead stuff going on there that's just, it's just, the costumes and the sensibility of it all, how they sort of turn things a little bit on their head. It's really, really good. And it's very infectious. I mean, there's so many people just rabid fans of this. It's great.
Also, I think there was a greater conversation going on about people loving this would love historical fiction, and they might not pick that up generally. So people were putting together a list of other books, and Julia Quinn was even giving list of books that you would love. And I think maybe it brought in a new audience, which was exciting.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely do think that it's sort of, I don't know, just kind of broke it open a little bit. Yeah. It's really fun. It's really fun material. Yeah. Well, it's exciting. There's some good stuff coming up.
Yeah. So we'll link to all of the stuff we can link to, and we'll give the tie-in art editions, the ISBNs to you guys in the show notes. and you can go read up because you'll want to see all of these either in theaters or if they're on streaming, etc. You can know all about it before anyone else in your family tells you, have you seen this new movie or TV show? You're like, yeah, I've already read about it. I know all about it.
That's so yesterday. Hello. Tell me something I don't know.
Yeah.
So rude.
Yeah.
It's making me think about we published a book by Tobias Wolff called This Boy's Life years ago, and it is such a beautiful book, and it was made into a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. And usually, sometimes books and movies, you end up having your favorite format. You either love the book or you love the movie, or like Essie, you watch the movie first, drop your popcorn, and go back and read the book. This Boy's Life by Tobias Wolff is one of those books and one of those films that I absolutely love this book. And it's about a mother and her son, and there's just I don't even want to say more than that. And the book is old. I don't even think we publish it anymore. I think the rights reverted or something, but you can get your hands on it. You really should. It's really Tobias Wolff's memoir about this, sort of hardscrabble life of this young kid, and it just delivers. So I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, that's awesome. We'll put a link to that too. When did that come out? When did that movie come out?
Oh, the movie came out. The book came out over 30 years ago, but it's wonderful, regardless of who publishes it, who's got the rights now. It is such a wonderful story.
I think that says a lot about it. If you're,
the movie.
It looks like 1993. Says Tobias Wolff. Yeah, so 1993
for the movie.
Yeah, that's what it says on IMDb.
Okay, yeah, he's fabulous in it, and it's before he was, Leo DiCaprio. When he was just this kid. Man, does he punch it? He punches it so good.
Baby Leo. Everything he did is like What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Gilbert Grape, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, go watch this movie.
Wow.
But read the book first.
That's great. Somebody asked me this a while back. I don't remember if it was at a Buzz or, but not to put you on the spot, but they asked if you could pick any book that you would want to be made into a movie, what would you pick? Do you have one that you can think of off the top of your head?
The first thing that comes to my mind is a book by Susanna Daniel called Stiltsville.
Wow.
Which we published, and I adore this book. And I would love to see this made into a movie, just to see what they would do with it. But it's really the story of a woman who finds herself, who's and it's set in Biscayne Bay, and it's literally a town called Stiltsville because these are houses built on stilts in Biscayne Bay. And it's really about a woman who just comes into her own, and you see how her life evolves, and through the highs and the lows. There's no, I used to buzz this book a lot, and I used to say there's no shapeshifters. There's none of that going on. It's just life, warts and all. But it's a beautiful book, and every time I've read it several times, and every time I read it, I would picture the water. I would picture the houses on the water. And the author has a really cool website, and she has pictures of herself because she grew up there. And so there's these little, Polaroids or something of these houses on Biscayne Bay called Stiltsville. And this is where the bulk of the story takes place. And it's just a woman's life and the trajectory of it. Highs, the lows, the loves, the losses. It's beautiful.
Wow.
What about you? What would you want to see?
Valentine.
Oh, God, yeah.
It would be beautiful. The different women's stories, they could do something really cool, I think, with the cinematography, but also just like gritty Texas, oil town, dust. I think that it would be beautiful.
That is a movie I would go and see. You're totally right.
Yeah.
It'd be very cinematic.
Yeah. And there's a larger conversation about racism and being a female living in that time and in that place. Yeah, that would be a great movie.
That would be a great movie. Handled well, handled delicately, but
Right.
also honestly, of course. Well, this was fun. This is a really cool thing talking about books and films. Love.
Yeah.
I just want to go get This Boy's Life and watch it again.
Get some popcorn.
Get some Essie popcorn. Toss it around the house.
I love it.
That's very funny. You said that.
It was a tragic moment. I did not see it coming, and it was worse as I was reading the book while, I didn't finish it. I just got to right before the twist, and then one of my friends got tickets, and they said, "Hey, let's just go see the movie. You're reading it anyway." I was like, "All right." And then the twist happened, and I was so upset.
I remember that book. I remember reading it really late into the night and being like, closing it and setting it down and being like, what just happened? Like, it was a good twist.
Yeah.
Very, very hard to people who read a lot of, especially like thriller, psychological thriller. It's kind of hard to be that good of a twist. And that book was really good.
Oh.
Well, I am ready to curl up and watch a good movie. I don't know about you guys.
Curl up and watch a good movie. I love that. Yeah. All right. Listen.
Yeah, maybe we'll do it again. Tell us what movie, or tell us what book you would like to see made into a movie. Write to us or leave us a voicemail. We have a voicemail. We would love to feature it. So give us a ring. Find all this info in our show notes.
Yeah. What's the number?
212-207-7773.
Call now. It's so cool that we have a phone number.
Yeah.
Or somebody will call us.
Yeah, me too. Whoever calls, we will send a copy of a finished book that we talked about today, your pick. So you call and tell us what book you're interested in and tell us what book you want to be made into a movie.
That's a really good thing. Yes, I would do that. In fact, I'm going to call right now.
Well, they have to listen to all of this to know about it. It's a secret. So let's see who actually does it.
That's right. Okay, listen till the end. Oh, wait, this is the end. Never mind. All right. Thanks, Lainey. Thanks, Essie. This was fun.
Yeah. Bye, guys. See you next week.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you for listening to the Library Love Fest podcast. For more information on this week's episode, go to librarylovefest.com. Enjoying the show? We would love to hear what you think. Find us on Facebook and Twitter at Library Love Fest and on Instagram at Harper Library. Be sure to rate us on Apple Podcasts and share the show with a friend. Lastly, if you enjoy our show, we bet you'll enjoy all of the other podcasts from HarperCollins publishers. Find a list of shows at harpercollins.com/podcast. See you next week.